So here is the house I've been working on. There's side yard on either side so far. I don't know how much will end up being on the right because there should be more house over on the right, but I haven't done that part yet, so we'll see. There should be at least some. This is the garage. I put windows on the garage, but then also some bushes in front or hedges in front of the windows so that it would be harder to break in because, that's terrifying. And there's garden beds or flower beds off on the left here that I'm working on. They're not done yet. And then this is the garage, obviously. So ignore the beds, but that's the garage. And then the roof will exist once I know where the rest of the walls on the house exist. I haven't decided on a few of them yet, so I can't put the rest of the roof on the garage, but there will be one. It's not going to just be open like that. And then we've got the garbage and recycling right here, and then a door where you can easily take them out to the street. You don't have to pull a car out to get them out, and they don't have to sit outside where they would get all hot in the sun and stink. And then here's the front of the house. Up top is the little, plant section. I haven't decided if those are real plants or fake plants, but there's no way to get to them. So if they're real plants, they gotta be pretty hardy. Which orchids are not, so... Doorbell! I would have changed that sound if there was an option, but that's the only sound. So that's the entryway though, and you can see, or you could see, that there was a thin little wall as you came in, and obviously it has a purpose. Oh, the umbrella thing that's on the bottom there, just on the left, it's like an umbrella rack, and I think I'm going to show that in that closet that's in front of us, which I'll open in a minute. This thin wall here with the flowers in front of it, I put the flowers there to kind of mask the fact that you're walking into this random thin wall, which again has a purpose, but the flowers actually kind of enhance the elegance of it, especially with these tall, tall, tall ceilings, so I think it looks fine. I hope it looks fine. Here's the closet. This is only for guest coats and things while they're here, so there shouldn't be anything stored in here normally. It's like literally just for when people are over and they need a place to put their clothes. Otherwise, there's a different spot for family clothes. Here's the chandelier. I worked really hard on this because the game didn't want me to put two in the same spot, and one is just not enough when the walls are this tall. So here's the outside lighting. It is brighter with it on even during the day, but it's definitely brighter at night, which I don't turn it off at night, so you wouldn't really know, but you'll get the gist of what it looks like at night later in the video. Okay. So yeah, that's the entryway. Oh yeah, there are lights above the flowers, which I think would probably stay on all the time because they really do a lot to bring out the colors of the flowers. But they do have a switch that they can be turned off. And then those light switches were for the ambiance lighting that's down on the main floor, and then the lighting at the top of the stairs I'll show in a minute. But that's some of the ambiance lighting that kind of helps you see in the dark because the floors are so dark, so it might be hard to see as you're going around. Helps that the walls are a lighter color, but it's still the place looks pretty dark at night without any lighting. So I've got a few of these they're not beams, I don't know what to call them, but the beam lights. I've got a few of them tucked around. So this top silver button is for the light that's at the top of the stairs, and then also the three lights that shine on the artwork. You can see they're on now, and this circular one is on too. And then the rose gold rimmed light switch is for all of the ambiance lighting on the main floor. And then here is another door, because you saw the other one a minute ago by the door to the basement, which we didn't go down to the basement because that's literally not done yet. I started mapping it, and that's about it. But there is a reason that there's two doors outside so close together. And the reason is right around this right-hand wall, which we're not going to yet, there's an office. And it felt like if something happened in the backyard, which was like a thing that needed emergency attention, that the person who was in the office maybe wouldn't have quick access if there wasn't a door right there. So I like lots of access to things. So there's a door. This is the view overlooking the downstairs. Really like how that looks. Ignore the toilet paper on the wall. That's meant for a different part of the house that hasn't been built yet. I had to work really hard to get those toilet paper rolls in that little shelf, so I decided not to just undo my progress, and I moved it. This is the guest bathroom on the main floor. I was planning to have curtains in here at one point, and then I seem to have forgotten them, but there may or may not end up being curtains in here. It is like a main floor bathroom, so there shouldn't be any reason that someone would need the curtains, because it's high enough, the window's high enough off the ground, and then also it's like high enough and blocked by things so that you wouldn't really see someone who's sitting on the toilet, so I think it's fine, but I might still add them. Here's under the cupboard, so the wastebasket, and then the plunger, and the toilet brush. And you can see my, oh, here's the toilet paper, the extra rolls of toilet paper. And then you can see that there's some extra hand towels and extra boxes of Kleenex, and then an open box of Kleenex, because when I decorate, I go all out. So, all the details. I had to like specifically put this light where it is very forcefully, using the tool that does things that the game doesn't want it to do, because that's a ceiling light, like this would be, well, this one is, and so it doesn't want to go there, but I needed it there, so it's there. Here, as I move in, you can see the rose gold accents on that ceiling light in that one. There's a lot of rose gold throughout. Rose gold, silver, and then the darker wooden, like a grayish white and some white. Even these doors, you can't see it from this side, but they have rose gold. And that one connects to the other side over by the garage. So we'll go in that room in a minute when we go over through the other door. So I was just showing that it connected. That is obviously a thermostat, and then there's the light switch for the office. I tried to not make this pattern. Oh, that's a smoke detector up above the door. I tried to make that pattern not too overwhelming for this office by putting the rest of the walls are the muted blue-gray. But I wanted something a little bit fun for at least one wall. I like accent walls. And probably a sitting area was unnecessary, but why not? Happy birthday card just for fun, because, again, decorating? Trying to give the house some personality. This is the desk. I put things in a few of the drawers, so like this one's got scissors, and then a file folder, and then this one, this one has the Kleenex, and then the one above it, one second, being a butt, I struggled. That one's empty. The one below it's empty too. But since I opened the other one, I tried to open this one, but it wouldn't open because I can't see my mouse at this point because of the UI stuff. So this one has like just a highlighter, pens, post-it, whatever, just some stuff to make it seem used. And then on the desk here, we'll turn back to it, is earbuds. And the earbuds don't come in that case. You have to put them in, but I did that, so it's not empty. And then obviously the remote is there too for the TV that's on that corner wall. That's another one. Whenever there's a corner wall like this, you have to use the special tool to force things to go on it because they won't actually go on it themselves. I forgot to turn on this light that's in front of the desk, so you'll get to see that when I do the nighttime walkthrough because I turn it on then instead. So it'll be on later. So then here is the other side of that boot closet, boot room, whatever, mud room? I think some people call it a mud room. So sliding door, and then just some spots to sit. I had to, like, again, forcefully make this bench out of two benches that didn't want to be stacked together, and then two more benches to get the overhead storage area for the coats, because that was a whole separate piece that didn't look as nice. And then there's a spot for hanging keys on the wall. There'll be more decor in here. I just kind of thrown some stuff together to make it workable. Out in the garage, the same as what you saw. Fire extinguishers, those are very important. I've got two in the garage. There'll be more once I do the kitchen, which should be somewhere like right over there. And then over here would be the living room, and I still need a breakfast nook and a dining area. So there's more to do on this level. I haven't gotten to it yet. Here's how you go to sleep and change the time. So now it's nighttime. You can kind of see, here's the yard at night a little bit. I won't go walk all the way over to the side like I did before. You get the gist. It's just a house. I need some light on the garage area. It's too dark, but we'll get there. Didn't do that today. Let's see. That's that little nook. There's supposed to be like space for a table and chairs there. That was the whole purpose of, besides allowing the garbage to go out, I wanted like a little seating area at the front. But yeah, this is what the front looks like all lit up. Lights on. The lights in the corners. I think the plant looks especially nice at night all lit up like this. Very vibrant. And then I open the closet. Yep. Open the closet again. Like I said, those lights along the bottom really do a lot to make the floor not seem like a vacuum void as you walk around at night. So, since the floors are dark wood. Up on top, there's the ceiling light and then the lights over the art, which looks very different at night because of how the game processes the reflections of the metal. And then this is the overlook. My house growing up had something like that, where you could overlook into, in our case, the living room and the foyer. And I really liked it. I liked the view from up above, especially as like a little short person. It was nice being able to see things from a different angle. So I built that in. It kind of feels luxurious too. I have like a lookout. Plus, it kept the ceiling open right above the door, and I liked that. The tall ceilings are definitely luxurious, so I thought that looked nice. Here's that light that wasn't on before. So as you can see, even though it's rather dim in here at night, which I think feels cozy, honestly, there's plenty of light for the desk from the overhead light and the lamps and all the stuff. So, also, I don't know if you noticed, but in the bathroom, the like wainscoting is a little bit lower to the ground, and then in here it's taller, and that's just because it's like more manly when it's taller, is design-wise how it's supposed to feel. So I thought that was good for an office. Anyway, that's all. Thank you.